everyone, Kaiju no Kami here again. We're going to be talking about Lupinranger versus Patranger, episodes, I said 16
to 23.
Or was it 15 to 23?
15.
15 to 23. And you are?
Advent Nebula.
Krelliga Kane.
Go Tim.
I am the person known as Tim, but also Silver Quill.
Chrysalids Bloodbone.
The emo of the group who demands a flamethrower, which he'll never get.
I will have a flamethrower, damn it.
Alright, so these last several episodes, what have you thought about them?
I was doing web design during the most recent one.
So you find that interesting?
Okay. To start off, let me give you a breakdown of how I think of each of the 6 Rangers for the moment.
7.
Currently.
8.
Lupin.
42.
That's the meaning of life.
I was gonna say, are we in the middle of life round?
Sentai is life. There we go.
So Lupin Red. He's gotten stagnant. Lupin Blue has finally gotten some development where I actually think he could be a human being. Lupin Yellow she's probably the only ranger of the 6 core that I like, because she has gotten a lot of development and she seems to show vulnerability.
She's also the youngest of them too.
Okay,
Now let's go to the Pato Rangers. Pato Red has proven that he is truly a psychopath. Pato Pink is truly...
They're not Pato, they go by numbers.
Well, Pot 1 is a psychopath. Pot 3, or Pat 3, or... Actually, I'm going to call him Pot, because... Pot calling the kettle black.
I'm thinking of something very different.
Pat 3, the pink one. She... Oh my God. I don't claim to be a feminist, and I'm not. She's one of the few women that I think you need to just slap a bitch.
And she's a pop idol in Japan.
Oh,
No, that's yellow.
Oh, there's yellow?
Yeah, she just, I don't know. I cannot feel like she represents femininity.
Okay, what's the third one?
Green.
Green,
Green
so
is
Pot 2.
Pot green.
Pot Green, yeah.
Green.
He, just like Lupin Yellow, has gotten so much development. I actually really, he's probably my favorite of all 6 Rangers united.
He's like a cuddly baby you just want to hug.
He is. And then the episode where he nearly gets fired because of the invisible gangler, I felt bad for him because of like, the dude is just so enthusiastic and the director just treats him like shit. Now we go on to the newest Ranger, Lupin Pot
X. He's just known as X.
7.
10.
He
New 52.
We don't talk about that.
confuses me because it's hard to say. I find him fascinating,
Because he's French.
but I find him annoying because he's French.
Je parle
She beat me
français.
to that.
I have no idea what you just said. I know you said words, but the coolest thing about his introduction, though, in non-suited introduction, is when he takes everyone's phones and does that literal flip with no support at all. I was like, okay, you are badass.
'Cause he used
You're
the
acting
ancient-
as shit, but you're badass.
The ancient French martial art of running
So
away very
that's-
immediately.
It's called
How-
hardcore.
That's how I think of all the Rangers.
No,
now,
no.
do you want to move on?
Est-ce que vous parlez français?
No, this is...
I have no idea what you just said.
I asked if do you not speak, or do you speak French?
They knew.
This is Sentai, so it's pot core.
Okay.
Silver's on a pun-tastic adventure right
He's
now.
punishing us.
Of course I am.
Alright, Chrysalis.
Oh,
Yep.
but let me just say this one thing about this, the 7th, or X. I'm going to tell you a little hint that I think is so funny. His name is his middle name.
Noel.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have to think of place, but thanks for that.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas?
Noel.
What does a whore have to do with this?
But,
Okay, moving on.
yeah, okay. What do you need?
Your opinion.
Oh, what do you need?
Okay.
What do you want from me?
Okay.
Who are you people?
Noel, besides his ancient technique of running away, the fact that he creates awesome shiny things for the crew is a
Ancient
cool.
technique of running away.
Well, he is a ninja on one end.
Ninja.
Oh, he's French too. Okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
But you see the fact that he's got something. I swear they just looked at Steampunk and said, "Let's give that as his theme," because his mech thing is essentially so Steampunk because he's got a train. Was it just trains?
It's 2 trains.
2 trains that has a minigun and a sword.
Now, don't lose your train of thought.
But
Actually, let's just acknowledge one thing. Between the mecha, we have planes, trains.
Oh my
And
God,
automobiles.
John Candy!
I guess we
And
know the
Steve
writer's.
Martin.
I guess the writer we know's favorite film so far.
So I'm waiting for a police officer who's very plump and pleasant, and a guy who just uses profanity in her face all the time until she just growls
I miss
back
John
at him.
Candy.
I love that movie. Planes, trains, and automobiles.
A perfect Thanksgiving.
Okay, we're not derailing the discussion here.
We are, because he just specified a show that we need, that
Also-
movie that we need to rewatch.
Also, Noel has the hardest job in all police work because he's a freaking mole, which generally gets you killed most of the time.
Every time anybody says mole, I think of one
Gold
scene.
member.
Mole, 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 mole.
Really?
Damn it.
You
That
don't
scares me
remember
about
that?
one scene.
Oh,
When Ben Savage, or Fred Savage.
Fred Savage.
Fred Savage to the mole in the third Austin Powers
Gold
movie.
member.
When
Because
I,
he has the mole, and Austin Powers is like mole.
I try to forget about the third
That was
one.
like the funniest scene in the
It's
movie.
the weakest one in the set.
Yes, but that was at least a good scene. So every time I think of the word mole, I think of that.
I just bought that all in.
mole.
I have it.
All right, Silver, your opinion.
All right, my opinions. I need to sit up for this because I want to make gestures. Also, they have me lying on the floor, and they don't vacuum around here.
Oh.
It's a vacuum. I just haven't vacuumed recently.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, just have
Hot
vacuum recently.
calling the kettle black. Maybe we should record in your house sometime.
If you can get through the front door, sure. Although, no, I never asked you to lie on the floor.
I found chicken bones.
In a box.
That was sealed.
In his closet.
Okay, so Lupinrangers and Patrangers. I love the design and flow for these characters because the Lupins are sleek. They have shiny material with black accents and flowing capes. It's all kind of silken, soft.
Hey, I do that shit.
And when they fight, they avoid they avoid attacks. You know, they're the ones dodging, jumping around, all that good stuff. Powder Rangers, hard plastic on the sides, and they just tough it out.
Yeah, I like the cops.
They just get hit all the time, and they just power through it. But here's the one thing. Even though the Lupins are cooler, I like the Pato Rangers more. I like it because they take the hits for the civilians. They do everything for other people. Like with Green's episode, his ultimate return to action is, I shouldn't be worried about my job. I should be worried about other people.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
it's not that I don't sympathize with what the Lupins have lost, but in some ways it's like, okay, but at some point I'm looking for you to take that pain of personal loss and turn it to empathy for other people. I don't want you to suffer what I've suffered. Red did that a little bit with the musician, was it?
Yes, the pianist.
Yeah.
The pianist. He connected with her, and that was a step in the right direction, but that hasn't happened since.
That's why I like Yellow of the Lupins, because I feel like Yellow has the most empathy, probably because of her youth.
Yeah. And now I return to the unpacking floor.
Oh my
Well,
god!
let's see. Well, was Blue lost his fiance?
Yep.
Yellow lost her friend. Red lost.
Older
His
brother.
brother.
Was it his brother
Yeah,
or
it
his
was older
boyfriend?
brother.
Older
Brother.
brother.
It was
Okay.
his brother, not his boyfriend.
Who
That would
Even
be-
though everybody claimed it was boyfriend because there wasn't actually a word brother used. But I'm going to assume not because I don't...
The episode descriptions confirmed his brother.
Oh, okay.
Because,
I just thought I heard
it's
brother.
Still too young.
Now, you throw Noel in the scene, and I'm sure boyfriend will be chucked around somewhere.
Slash fix already
You think
exists.
at Christmas, I think of miniguns and rocket launchers attacking a cat with samurai swords.
So for me, so far with what we've watched, I've enjoyed the development for Green and Yellow, and Patra 1. He's been growing on me more as it's gone how the series has gone
I
along.
like the scene when he.
At least talk
hold on. When he tried to like go up to the little kid, it was like, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. And the kid was scared of him, and then later on the kids go running and goes up to Green. And
that's where I started to really like with Patra 1. The other 3 need more development. We did with the most recent episode, got some development with Lupin Blue. But
they've been watching some Food Wars.
They now decide to introduce 2 new major villains into that sounds like, where has been the development for the villains to begin with? Hello?
Yeah, there's
Destro's been the only one that's actually had any development at all, and it's been minute. And where has been the ice guy this whole time since this episode?
Godfather's got a cool design, though.
But you're saying that shoop shoop, shoop shoop.
Hey.
Oh,
Music
God.
doesn't help the chick.
I'm just waiting.
No.
I'm just waiting for one member of the team to actually shoot at her when she emerges. She's like, "Hey, that's not fair."
Yeah, that would be actually kind of...
Now with Noel with Ranger X, I so far liked what they've done with him, but I gotta see how this goes and see that he does not turn into a comic relief, which I am fearing with what they've done in past Sentai with the Ranger. This person.
Oh, you mean like what they did in Gokaiger? Even though it worked in Gokaiger because he was the
Which one was
fanboy.
Gokaiger?
Yeah.
Gokaiger was the pirates.
He never saw the pirates.
Oh.
Oh, you poor man.
Yeah, I never
need
saw
to
the
watch it.
fanboy of the fanboy.
That was my
But
favorite.
that worked
That
as comic
worked.
relief because he was a fanboy.
Yeah, but
When I get
She
my
can go.
case, I will be watching.
Sheik and Gold is where I'm fearing he's going to go.
Oh,
Although-
God, with the fish.
Forgive me for interrupting, but I forgot to mention one thing about X. Like I always said that the Patrangers tough out an attack while the Lupinrangers dodge. X's forms are the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Silver has a shield that withstands just about any attack. Gold is flowy and evades. So he's countering the teams.
Well, I think that's
Yeah.
probably the point.
Well, it's
To show an antithesis for
Though
both
I do
sides.
like how he has a sword when he's a thief,
And
and
a
he has a
knight.
baton when he's
Nightstick.
Yeah,
Wait,
nightstick.
when he's
Oh, wait,
a
that's
police
the same
form.
thing.
Yeah,
I just
police baton and nightstick are the
No,
same
one's
thing.
got a light. Mm.
I still like that the Patrangers have megaphones that serve as batons, so you can shout "Stop resisting" while you still bludgeon someone.
I still love every time they use Goody. It's
Good
Yeah.
Streka.
I gotta admit though, whoever has to be this guy in the green suit with the green screen with Goody around
Okay.
must just love that job.
Can I just say that I was just thinking, imagine if they brought in a black Lupinranger
Okay.
with the Patrangers.
Oh no.
Oh God!
Oh
No!
Oh.
I
No!
don't get it.
no.
Just-
Stop resisting.
Marcus!
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
I don't care if that's your real name. What the hell?
That is a mouthful.
I was waiting for that reaction.
Anything?
No!
Oh.
Bad! Bad Kaijo Kami! Don't be a dick! Don't be a dick!
So that
Though, I do like X's mech, but the toy leak for the final form,
Oh.
it's Clusterfucko
Wait,
2.0.
you've seen this, Marcus?
Yes.
I've just given
Apparently it's on the toys, I
The
guess.
figure is.
It's
It's
So
like.
the ninja
it's
one has
all
the
of the
first
Patra and Lupinrangers mechs combined together with X forming as the base and Goody as the back.
But the thing is also that they just stick the other mechs onto it. Like one's hanging off. It looks like the foot. Some are hanging off the shoulders. It doesn't even actually look like it was made to go together.
Yeah, this looks like it's gonna be like with Go Buster and Shikanger, where the suit actor's not gonna be able to move.
Well,
Couldn't they claim workers' comp for that?
Not in Japan.
no, they claim workers
So-
to
Rangers, yeah, I feel like the last several episodes, kind of like with Bill, this show has just stalled to a dead stop.
It's fresh, though.
Nothing
It's
is
just-
happening. The villains have done absolutely nothing outside the one moment when the gang leader was like, "I'm gonna just blow you guys up while I'm sitting here bored."
Alright,
He's become Genis 2.0.
He's pretty laissez-faire.
let me just say one thing. Has nothing to do with villains because villains suck.
That's the one thing.
Except for the episode where you had the body swap between the Gangler and Blue.
That was funny.
Because this was the reason why this was funny is because the actor actually had to show 10 times more personality and the Gangler, when he inhabited the body, screwed the Blue Ranger out of a ton of money, had him fooling around with a bunch of people. It was hilarious because I was like, you're a dick, you deserve that.
And the Patrangers giving the moral lecture at the end.
Yes. Oh, that was probably the best part.
Yeah.
It's like
We're gonna have an intervention even though it wasn't you.
it's like,
Yeah, the end of the episode in the restaurant with the intervention, and just Pato 1 just starting out the intervention. It's like, that's the face of, you just don't want to see when somebody's going, okay, intervention time.
Now, my favorite secondary or side character, if you can call them a side character, is still Hilltop.
He's fun.
I like Hilltop because he brings this sense of
Well, at least
humor.
they did something with him in the episode when Green almost got fired.
Which one's Hilltop? Is that
the commander.
Chief? Yeah,
That's the guy who reminds me of Beverly Hills Cop every time I see him.
Too bad he doesn't do too much though.
He doesn't do a lot, but
okay.
his actor is great.
So Lupin X, Patrax X, where's 0? I need a 0 to go with my X.
But
I just want X to be completed. Oh, sorry, that's the anime.
so, Krelk, is he talking about you as his ex now?
Mega Man references.
No,
all
I
over
don't.
this.
Clamp references too.
I don't know what to think of him yet. They haven't. I like the idea, but I don't know how this is gonna last of him doing dual things. And it's basically I just want to know more of whose side is he really on. Is he actually there to help or hinder all the teams?
Actually, I like the butler as well.
Well, and also that, the
Actually,
interaction
yes.
with the
Yeah, the butler
episode
was cool.
22 between
With
Noel
that-
and the butler.
I'm gonna say right now, I think the butler did it.
I think the butler's the original Lupin.
No, but the butler did it in the library with the Cobra.
candlestick.
Cobra.
Candlestick.
Cobra.
Candlestick.
Cobra.
It's obviously the candlestick.
Cobra.
And Metal Gear now.
Why is Commander Hilltop on your phone? Well, he's on everyone else's phone. Why shouldn't it be on mine?
The only character I absolutely hate in this show because it makes no sense is Jim Carter.
The robot is cuddly in the
Jim
Jim
Carter.
How is a robot cuddly?
Because it wants to just help.
Hey, at least it's not like the robot in Akiba Ranger.
Okay. I think Jim serves a purpose
I
as
don't remember.
assistant and network, but the design just doesn't work.
No, I think that's what my problem is because how they use him makes sense, but I really don't like the
So-
design because it's so cluttered.
Do you ever think they're going to go back to the plot point where Patred had saw Lupin Yellow in their dream world?
They'll revisit it.
I'm hoping so because why? Because it would make sense, but the problem is there's one significant problem of why that will never reappear. Because Pot 1 or Pot Red is a dumbass.
Yeah. I think he's a lovable one, though, even though he is a sociopath.
But you keep talking about him, Krelka. Does that make you a potty mouth?
But
On that note,
I've eaten more soap in my childhood than I think anyone else has ever done.
what do you want to see in the next several episodes?
I know it's probably not going to happen, but development of the villains?
Silver.
I'd like to know why Good Striker is so afraid of the butler.
Because he doesn't have a clue.
I want a steampunk monocle weapon for X. Just because he's got a steampunk thing going.
Something that'll keep my attention so I'm not just doing web design for an entire half an hour and then disrupting this one's attention by like, ooh honey, look at this, we could do this, we could do that, because I think that probably ruins two people's experience of the show versus one.
Also, I'd like to see my friends vacuum their floor.
You know what? I also want to see you. I don't know.
How about
actually cleaning your condo?
That means I have to come over.
I love it.
I want to see more development for the frickin' villains.
The reason I didn't say that is because that will never happen.
I want to also see them actually do something cool
Once
with
again.
the ice guy.
Yeah, the
That'll
ice
never
guy.
happen.
Get it?
Give him time.
Cool.
Breeze.
You need to chill out.
You know Sub-Zero and Scorpion aren't
But-
You know what? In the words of a very, very powerful woman, let it go.
Okay,
Oh.
here's something that it makes me mad. Just finishing Time Ranger. There are only 3 main villains in that show for all 50 episodes. But they had such diversity among themselves that the show didn't need to bring in any more villains. Here, they could be just frickin' cardboard cutouts, and they would have the same effect.
Actually, that'd be a great delay tactic for the villains. The Patrangers are invading to arrest them. They're trying to fight these cardboard cutouts. It's like, I couldn't tell them apart from the original. And the villains are off on the running away from the mansion, going, I resent that.
See, now every time you talk about Domon, and now I'm gonna watch this show because Domon is the same as the Green Ranger in this. I'm just gonna be waiting for him to try to do something that Domon from Time Ranger does.
So you say Domo, and I think of G Gundam.
G Gundam was cool. Street Fighter
Oh,
Gundam.
G Gundam.
Racist Gundam.
Kind of funny too that we're talking about Time Ranger as my camcorder is sitting on a Time Ranger DVD box set.
That's because that was the first thing you grabbed.
I know.
Because he's what, class? Lazy.
No. Nerd.
Nerd.
We're all nerds.
For
We're
nerd.
talking about Sentai and Kamen Rider in
I
front
have
of a
never
camera.
Yeah.
claimed to be a nerd. I was the cool
Baloney.
kid who got. Okay, never mind.
No, she's the one who claims she had such a terrible childhood.
Oh!
Ouch.
What did you do?
She hit him in the
She
face
just smacked me in the face really hard.
for a second time.
She
Oh,
claimed she
So,
claimed she was such an
Children,
outclass.
married life.
she is a violent individual.
Although this might be a case of the Pato calling the other Whitey.
I love you.
Oh yeah, and I want to see a Lupin Black now after my.
Oh.
No!
Oh, I don't know. Commander Hilltop could get it.
No!
It's gonna happen now.
No!
I don't want Hilltop.
Hilltop will end up just getting the fantasy episode
No!
of Ranger.
No! No!
Come on,
Okay.
He
It's
could
been
be
mentioned,
Pato
it's gonna
Purple.
happen.
Pato Purple.
But that would be funny. Just.
Oh,
The last time we had a purple ranger,
Yeah, Ryu Commander.
he didn't do anything.
But he was hilarious.
Do you even know what show I'm talking about? The first purple ranger was from Genki Ranger.
No, you said the last time.
Yeah, you
we
said
got-
last time we had
And the
Oh.
last
Yeah,
time
which was Q Ranger.
Ryu
Yeah.
Commander.
Oh, fuck a duck. I meant,
Oh, now the children should cover their ears.
Is that the one
Okay,
who has the
speaking
song?
of children, because we were talking about Pato 1
Okay.
with having kids run up to him and he's trying to get the kids' attention. This lovely, lovely gentleman, while we're
All right,
at
we-
our
we-
Renaissance Festival, a child that he has worked with came up to him and he's acting all aloof and cool in front of his friends, and the little girl in the most adorablest way possible runs up and gives him a hug, and I'm like, I want to record this. This is adorable.
Well, that's all we have for Lupin Patrol right now. So, yeah.